Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently trading at 33,640, down 0.39%. Ethereum currently trading at 2108, down 0.71%. We notice USDC, DAI, USDT, and BUSD, these are the stable coins. They're measuring a flow of capital into those stable coins. It's flowing out of the crypto market into those particular coins. I'd just like to let you know that everything I do for you is free. Please be aware of scammers. I don't have any paid groups, Telegram, WhatsApp, anything like that. I do everything for you to help you to become more of a blessing to yourself financially and those you love. I'd like to talk to you about Rule 702, Discipline Creates Success. Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States, said discipline is choosing between what we want now and what you want most. I believe everybody in crypto wants a better life. If you want a better life, you can look at the 1000x now or what you want most, which is to build your wealth up and keep it. There's a very big difference between the two. We've talked about this story a little bit. It's from the Wall Street Journal. Adnan Singhal built up $50,000. It was his life savings. He turned it into $74,000. He used leverage. He got a margin call, and the Binance exchange liquidated his holdings on May 19th. Within 7 minutes, $74,000 disappeared. This is the cost of actually trading under leverage. It's very, very dangerous. It takes a lot of discipline to not trade with leverage. Alts are already leveraged through the BTC alt gearing factor. Jim Rohn, an amazing person, was an American entrepreneur. He was best known later in his life as a motivational speaker. Incredibly fantastic person. He said that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You want to be more of a financial blessing to yourself, and that just flows into other people. That's the goal. To get that accomplishment, you have to use discipline. If you use leverage trading, you're going to be in trouble. Of course, unless you're an expert trader, which is very, very different. Expert traders, professional investors, they know exactly what they're doing. They can manage their risk. They don't have a problem with this. But if you're just starting, please be aware of leverage trading. Part of the discipline is being able to draw structural support and structural resistance lines. Episode 93 will take you step by step, little baby steps through that process. It's a really fantastic thing to do. But how does it help you? I'd like to do a shout out to the community members who recommended that I have a look at Crypto Quant. That was Liam and some other members. Thank you very much. When you can draw a trend line through a price break, you don't need indicators like this. You can see here the trend changed significantly up here, which gave an exact timing of the change in trend. Here, this particular resistance line became support at this point, so you could make an entry. If you look down here, you wouldn't be quite sure where to make an entry in here. You can see this resistance line turn to support just there. If you look down here, where should you enter? There, there. It's so hard to know. If you have the discipline to be able to draw these lines, you don't need indicators. It's the absolute way to trade. I don't use any indicators, and I've been in the market 20 plus years. Lou Holtz was an American football player, coach, and analyst. He said, without self-discipline, success is impossible, period. What does that mean? We all have to put in the work. It's really, really important. But when you get into the markets, putting in the work can make you very, very wealthy. It can make you financially independent. It's worth it. The discipline we apply is the T-cube method. We look at the overall trend of the market, we look at the timing, and only then do we pull the trigger on a buy or a sell. We always need to determine the true trend before getting into the timing. The true trend of the market is covered in episode 120. It will really, really help you out. Let's have a look at rule 1122, the KS method for timing. First of all, we start with a bit of fun, which is news sentiment analysis. What we want to do here is look at the news as a new investor or new trader to the crypto market would look. That is, with very little knowledge about what it's all about. Bitcoin's bullish, threat declines. This is a funny one. Okay, it's threat declines. What does that mean? As Ethereum rises, we've got like a double negative, a threat declining. Okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum tank from all-time highs. Well, that's pretty negative. Pretty interesting graph here, isn't it? Maybe that deserves a log. Okay, this is kind of just a weird headline. You would, if you were a new investor, you would say, hang on, a threat declines, that must be negative. We make more money with Bitcoin than selling electricity. Wow, that's pretty positive. Why not? Bitcoin is in for a volatile week as Grayscale unlocks. Looms, wow, volatile, looming. How negative is that? Ooh, ouch. Buzz comment from NASDAQ. A technical time bomb. Oh my goodness. Bitcoin's going to explode. Guggenheim CIO, current, whoa, a crash? Oh no, I have to exit every position. I'm laughing because seriously, the news, when you read it, if you do the opposite, you're always better off. Bitcoin, El Salvador's adoption of crypto could cause, hang on, JP Morgan. It's bad. Whatever it is bad. I've done a lot of research on JP Morgan. I haven't found too many articles that are for Bitcoin. If you know of any, or if you've seen any, can you please let me know in the comments? I'd really love to read those. I haven't come across them just yet. Okay, let's keep on going. El Salvador Bitcoin move put pressure on the network. Oh, nobody JP Morgan again. Okay, fair enough. We don't want pressure. We want no pressure. Ransomware. New ransomware tracker reveals. It's ransomware. And Bitcoin. Wow. Ransomware gangs. That's very negative. Hey, do you know what? This is really funny. We've got an immutable public ledger and gangs are posting their transactions for anyone to see. Wow, that's a bit dumb. Anyway, Nigeria's June point-to-point Bitcoin trading. But they surged. That must be good. Good to have a surge. Bitcoin price live, buy signal. Incoming. Hang on a second. Incoming, crash. Oh, I'm so confused. If you've been watching this channel for any period of time, you know that the news is often just reflective of what large interests want to do. And we say basically, listen with one ear closed, one eye closed, and half your brain closed, and you'll be doing pretty well when it comes to the news. Let's turn to Bitcoin's technical analysis. We've said in previous episodes that Bitcoin is seeking to turn this $35,000 structural resistance into support. It did a fairly good job of getting over that light structural resistance, coming back, retesting, tried the 35, couldn't make it, tried again, couldn't make it, got weaker. Now it's regaining strength at its current support level of 33,545 basically. It has this upward channel of support. It has structural support down here, forming a cradle around the 33,404 mark. It has support below at 32,834 and structural support at 32,414. This is really good actually. What I expect to see is a bit of a dip in price, hopefully all things going well. That will attract the shorts into the market. what will happen is that can create short fueling. We've seen many technical violations occur. This is required to get past this 35,000 mark. We also have this structural resistance coming in here. It's a bit light, but it's still there at around 36,171. That's an ideal scenario because we know where the market is headed. We know what the trend is. We know where we are in the cycle. We know price is negatively biased. So it's ideal to pick up alts and Bitcoin, Ethereum at cheaper prices if we can. So let's see what happens. I'm really hoping for that. It's always good to remember that we think institutionally in our community. We don't think retail. Retail looks at the news and believes it. We look at the news and say it's written by commercial interests. We're completely different. We have an opposite way of thinking than probably 99% of YouTube channels. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin longs and shorts. We can see the shorts here in red. We've seen they increase and they're increasing and still increasing, but not a bump up. We see some increase in the longs as well. Let's go and check out Ethereum. It's really amazing. If you look back at the shorts for Ethereum, all of this was happening while people were talking about Ethereum flippening and everything fantastic and the highest growth rates in Ethereum. And then what happened? Price came down. How fascinating. This is the problem when people are sucked in by the news. They can go long and get liquidated, just much like the $50,000 that was lost through liquidation plus the rest. You have to be really careful about doing your buying and selling based on the news. Let's check out max pain for options in Bitcoin expiring at the end of the month. We can see max pain is around $36,000. That's pretty good because the current Bitcoin price is 33,586. We can see a lot of calls here. Now, what are calls? If I call you up, that's a pretty cool thing to do. But if someone was to put you down, that's not a nice thing to do. Puts are shorts. Calls are up, they're longs. We can see a lot of long activity here. And that's pulling this max pain price up. Max pain is just basically the level at which the majority of options expire worthless. That's the sort of maximum pain price. It's kind of good to note that around 75% plus of options expire worthless. Let's have a look at Ethereum options for the end of the month. Max pain is 2,400. Ethereum currently trading at 2106. Not bad. We can see some really interesting call behavior up here, all the way up to $10,000. Remember, max pain is not necessarily a magnet. At the end of the month, it doesn't necessarily go there. We're seeing a lot of really positive, strong interest. And of course, the trend is on our side. It's not surprising at all. It's really interesting to get a bit of a percentage each day on the calls and the puts, the ups and the down, put down, call up. We can see the calls in Bitcoin are 62.7%. They were around 50% yesterday. Let's have a look at Ethereum volume. Same, 61%. That's good. We're seeing a positive area in the market. Let's check out liquidations across all pairs. 24-hour liquidations were $138.86 million. That's pretty light. 33,135 traders were liquidated. If we look across the past hour, 95% of those were long. Let's change it to about 12 hours. Quite a good sort of basis. Around 68, nearly 69% of liquidations were long. If we come down here, we see not a lot of really major activity. Let's change it to the 15-minute, which gives us a better view. you can see a lot of longs just in this period here. I can't go down to here, this thing gets in the way, but you can see the price coming down. When the longs are liquidated, that's what happens. When the shorts are liquidated, the price goes up. This is very much about buying and selling behavior inside the market, which causes these liquidations to occur. They're a kind of symbiotic relationship. Let's have a look at net realized profit and loss. When there are a lot of profits in the market, that means the shorts are ripe to take them out. Like I said, there's always a symbiotic relationship between longs and shorts. They exist in a kind of equilibrium. The shorts, if the market gets too overheated, the shorts come in and deheat the market. If the market gets too cold, the longs come in and thaw it out. That's really the best way of talking about it. We can see a lot of losses recently, and that's starting to decrease. We can also see, if we drew a trend line in here, we're starting to get a break in that trend. If we look at the stablecoin supply ratio, this is all stablecoins, we can see that they are being deployed into Bitcoin at current, and that means across cryptos as well. This is a very positive sign. When we get this sign, we expect this kind of price behavior. It's looking very positive. Each session we go through fear and greed. We've got a measurement of 25 on the fear and greed monitor, which is extreme fear. That's always fantastic, because as an institution, we buy down here. We sell when there is extreme greed. When other people are buying, we're, I guess, just sort of basically scaling out of a transaction. And when people are really, really fearful, we're acting like institutions and we're buying in. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is set to release on around the 18th of July. You can see the options expiration max pain is currently 36,000 for Bitcoin. I'll keep this one and this one on the chart so we can keep on tracking as much data as we can in just one spot. We've seen that there's not been a lot of liquidations recently, not big ones. When they're big, we put them in here. This means that they're basically running out of firepower in terms of shorting the market. Before we overview the top 7 and percent movers, I think it's really useful to look at how crypto total market cap is actually tracking. We're currently at $1.371 trillion. We notice that there's structural resistance coming into play here. There's a resistance line that's turned to support, and there's an upward support channel that all of the crypto market is currently striking. It needs all of this is the entire market, including Bitcoin, and over 10,000 alts. We need power to get through this structural resistance at around the $1.463 trillion mark. If you're new to the channel, you may not realize that Bitcoin drives basically the entire crypto market. I'll just show you what I mean. I've just overlaid the Bitcoin price here. This is, as you can see, the live price of Bitcoin. You notice 10,000 alts moving with Bitcoin, up and down, up and down. Price is always moving in a wave, and price is always following Bitcoin's fingerprint across 10,000 plus alts. That's really amazing. But you know what's so cool? If you understand this relationship, and I think maybe less than 5% of the crypto market really does, if you understand it and you know what Bitcoin is doing because you've done the true trend analysis, the T cubed, and you know what the market is doing, when Bitcoin is about to break out, you can make life-changing wealth. That piece of knowledge helps you to look at these thumbnails much more perceptively. You know the entire crypto market is coming up to structural resistance. So the top 7, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, XRP, and Doge. Doge. It's been really interesting. I've had some fascinating chats with people about Tether and a potential risk in Tether. I always listen to everything. Black swans over China, black swans over miners, black swans over Tether, black swans, you name it, regulation, everything. I cover it all. I'm really curious. The one with Tether I found so fascinating. If Tether becomes a problem, there's so many pairs that are paired with Bitcoin. It will drive the price of Bitcoin up. I know many people are thinking that it could drive the price down. Actually, it won't. It could be incredibly, very, very powerful for the crypto market in total. If that happens, I don't want it to happen. You don't. No one does. Well, maybe some people do. But the issue is it will be positive, not the negative that's been floating around. I just don't believe it will be negative. I'll just explain that a bit more. If we have $62 billion fleeing Tether, it can basically only flee into Bitcoin, because if the Tether problem occurs, the pairs that are affected by Tether are very much only escapable by Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So it could be very positive for these two. Now, what do we know about Bitcoin? Bitcoin drives the crypto market. Hey, Tether, bring it on. Okay, with that said, let's have a look at the top 24-hour percent gainers. Altcoin, Synthetics, Rev, EOS, OKB, Aave, and Dash. Let's go the other way. What are the greatest 24-hour percent losses? Stacks, Flow, Mana, The Graph, Cosmos, Engine, and Chiliz. Let's have a look at 7-day percent gainers. Axie Infinity, Flow, KCS, Stacks, Synthetics, Luna, and Mana. There's actually a video out that I put together on how to interpret these thumbnail charts. It's really, really fascinating. When you come in here, you can look at these charts and understand what could potentially happen next. Just for your reference, that's episode 104, how to read crypto thumbnail charts. We go through 100 of them. It's fun. Let's look at the greatest losses over the past 7 days. Altcoin, XDC, Waves, Internet Computer, Celsius, Ethereum Classic, and VET. As a community, we're always seeking to just get a little bit ahead of everyone else. One thing that helps is looking at the derivatives, specifically the change in the price of the contract in the past 24 hours. 24-hour trading volume is 34.8 billion. 24-hour open interest is 6.5 billion, approximately. Let's have a look. What we're looking for is double-digit green. If you want to scale in and buy, you can look at double-digit red. Synthetics, SNX, 15% approximately. That's pretty cool. Let's look down. MTL, 13.5%. Not a lot is happening in the crypto market right now. And let's just go down and finish this off with the futures. Okay, on to the next one. Rule 47 is incredibly important. You need an edge in trading and investing. And remember, all investors become traders whenever they buy or sell. Most investors tend to buy when things heat up, and they tend to, unfortunately, buy at the top. They tend to also get caught up in the fear, uncertainty, and doubt and sell at the bottom. You want to be a trader, even if you only sell occasionally and buy occasionally. At least try to do it as an institution would do it. When we talk about edges, you can use indicators, you can use moving averages, you can use Fibonacci, you can use patterns, anything you want, so long as it makes you profitable. That's the only thing that matters. You're an artist, you can do whatever you want. Let's have a look at Ethereum's technical analysis. Ethereum is currently trading at 2104 pretty much at support right now. It has support below at 2020.56 and 1960.56 as well. It has really good structural support at 1909.25. It has resistance above at 2178.80 and at 2253.90. Let's check out Binance Coin. Binance Coin, currently trading at 322.84, has support below at 318.46 and 309 even. Has resistance above at 327.48 and 339. Rule 94 is a really cool rule. Let price come to you. You are so cool. You can just sit back and say, price, come to me. You don't chase it. You're cool. You sit back, chill, relax, and let price come to you. Now you're saying, Ken, hang on a second. How do I get price to come to me? I'm not sure about all of this. Let's explain it with Cardano. ADA, Cardano, is currently trading at 133.64, just literally at support right now. It has support below. Now this is how you let price come to you. You use these support lines to place your trades, to layer the trade. And you can go in between the support lines if you wish. If you feel like you're going to miss out, you can allocate a certain amount just below the current price. You don't want to chase price. You're cool. You don't need to. You let price come to you. I hope that helps. Always buy at support. Just be aware of the commissions. That's important. You don't want those commissions to be too high a percentage of the overall trade cost. Resistance above ADA is 137.43 and at 140 as well. I hope that helps. Let's have a look at XRP. XRP is currently trading at 63.38. It's at support as well, at structural support. It has support below at 61.36 and 59.99. Resistance above at 65.60 and 67.40. Let's have a look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin is currently trading at 21.193. It's pretty much at support. Support is below at 19.990 and also 18.753. Resistance above at 22.200 and 23.393. Let's have a look at Polkadot. Dot is currently trading at 15.146. Support below at 14.748 and 14.023. It has resistance above at 15.257, 15.963 and 16.441. We have a pretty large community of around 5,000 plus members, and I get requests all the time to do different things, analyze different coins, and I love doing it for the community. I love doing it for you. So always feel free to reach out. What I'll do, because it takes so much time to go through each individual one, I'll just let you know what I'm going to put on Twitter after this video. I'll put up Uniswap, I'll put up Solana, Link, Chainlink. I'll just copy these particular diagrams for you on Twitter. Matic, Polygon, Theta or Theta, depending on how you like to say it, VET, VeChain, Luna, Terra. I'll pop these up on Twitter for you as an image. AVAX, T-Fuel or Theta Fuel, Kusama, KSM, Zilliqa, Zil, Chili's. There's a couple of new ones in here. I pay a lot of attention to what the community asks me. If you want something done, I'll do everything within my power to do it for you. Rune, One, Harmony, Mana, Decentraland, or Mana, whatever you like, Cartesi, CTSI. If you haven't had a chance yet, please look through episode 120. It's really, really important. We cover through so many things. It will incredibly help you out. I hope you found the content useful. Everything I do for you is free. Please be aware of scammers. I'll never reach out to you with a phone number or anything like that. You can contact me directly or just hop into Twitter and message me anytime. I do these videos to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Why don't we check out Ethereum while we're here? Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions. It's always wonderful to hear from people. I get a little bit busy, so each time I put a like and a heart, that just means, hey, you're the best. Thank you so much for your comment. And our community is really helpful too. We have some really active community members. Please reach out and welcome new people and just say hi to people. It's a really nice thing to do. If you would like twice daily updates, 7 days a week on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube and follow me on Twitter. Crypto is volatile. Please prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.